Hi everyone, welcome to the Love1st podcast. Before we get started with this episode, make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Yes, hit that red button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Make sure to comment because it helps the algorithms.
Yes, sir.
Comment, let us know what you like, let us know what you don't, let us know what you want to see more of.
Yes, sir. And make sure you check out my wife's website, prettynbougiee.com.
Yes.
When you go to the checkout, type in the promo code BougieDoll21.
Yes,
Third
21,
item.
Pretty and Bougie.
Check out for the 2 items. The third one is free.
It's free.
Free.
Like Santa Claus on Christmas. It's going down. Also, very special shout out to our sponsor, Manscaped. And you can find a 20% off discount code just for tuning into the podcast right there in the description. So make sure you look out for that. Use that 20% discount code.
Yes, sir.
Let's get into it.
East Coast, know I'm rockin' with y'all. West Coast, know I'm rockin' with y'all. North Side, know I'm rockin' with y'all. South Side, know I'm rockin' with y'all. I'm still riding with my day cause I'm rockin' with y'all. Whole county, throw your hands.
All right, everyone, we have some breaking news on Mr. John McAfee.
McAfee Securities.
McAfee Security, you probably heard him from earlier from the virus protection. The news story, right? There's a lot of conspiracy and controversy surrounding it. We're still getting to the bottom of the story, but they're basically saying he committed suicide in jail. They were trying to get him over taxes and things of that nature, but he actually had a tattoo right before this happened. It says "whack," saying that he's not going to kill himself. The government is trying to get him, and now all of a sudden they're saying he committed suicide.
Yeah.
I want to say it's his girlfriend or fiance that was like, they wanted a detailed investigation into it because he was not suicidal at all. He was exposing a lot of, you could say, government secrets and conspiracies, and they saying that that's the reason for his untimely death.
You think he's cute?
No. So basically, some of the stuff he was exposing, they were saying about like pedophilia going on in the government. Another thing they were saying he was exposing is the fact that there are a lot of people that aren't elected that have a lot of power over the laws. So I heard an audio where he was saying, basically, you know, you vote the people that do the legislation, but the people that regulate it are not people that we voted. And the people that regulate it are companies like the FCC, the CIA, and a bunch of other companies. You know, and he was talking about shadow government stuff and things of that nature. I've even heard other podcasts talk about it, like big platforms. And they played a little bit of audio, but didn't want to play the whole thing just because they didn't want to be involved in the conspiracy. So that kind of tells you something. So we're going to play as much as we can find. And we know certain platforms won't let us make as much money on it. But we're
it's
going
about
to
to
give
be
out the
all.
truth. Yeah. But this
And from the internet.
I know. So this video we're doing to you for free because we know they're not going to, you know, push behind us. Is not the type of information they want out there like that. But we want to make sure that you guys get to the truth. So we're going to play an audio clip right here.
John McAfee is dead. The co-founder of McAfee antivirus software, although he had not been involved in the company in many years, was found dead in a Spanish prison awaiting extradition to the U.S. on a variety of charges, taxes and other things. He was also accused ostensibly of murder. He was a figure in the Libertarian Party. He had run for president on that platform. He was not nominated as the candidate, but had a long and colorful and wild history, and notably said that he would never commit suicide, so that if he was found to have committed suicide, that actually it would be the government killed him.
Become corrupt, always. Power inevitably corrupts. And absolute power corrupts absolutely. Please, this is the truth of life since the beginning of the human race. And so our government, can you say our government is not powerful? If it is powerful, there is corruption somewhere in it. I have no political stance. I believe that it does not matter eventually what party is in power. The political process goes on as it always will. Power corrupts. People in power tend to do what all people in power do. I don't have a political stance. I do have a stance as an individual and as a member of society. I do not want someone looking through my bedroom window, whether it's an impartial observer or not, whether they're going to prosecute me or not. I want some privacy to do the things that we as human beings need privacy for. And we're losing that. We're losing that to a great extent.
Now, what are your thoughts on the conspiracy? Do you feel like this stuff is true? Conspiracies are just fake? Or do you feel like it comes from somewhere real?
I think it's somewhat real. I think it's very hard to just make up all that information, and then all of a sudden you just like, there's a story out that you committed suicide. I think it's very hard for, theoretically, for you to just make up all these things, and then you just disappear off the face of the planet. Just because the article that I have here, like his wife stated that his last words were, "I love you and I will call you in the evening." And she said those words are not words of somebody who was suicidal.
Exactly.
And that's what they said he did. I mean, who knows? He probably did, but I really don't. If you revealing a lot of secrets, you revealing a lot of things that are not from the higher ups.
Yeah. And he literally got a tattoo that says "whacked" and felt like his life was in danger, and he was gonna, he was gonna be killed. So yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of the stuff he was exposing, like you think about companies like the FCC, right? They control like the radio, airwaves, the TV, what happens. So they do provide a lot of regulation on what can go out to the masses. TV programming is programming that comes from the TV. A lot of people think that programming just means, hey, when you put together the TV show, that's programming. No, but TVs can actually program your mind. Like shows can program you how you think. Like if you look at the aspect, a lot of countries, especially if you don't have like a lot of black people interaction, they're judging how you are from what they see on TV. Like I've met so many people from traveling that's like, oh, I never really had a black friend, I never got to do this. So their perception is strictly what they're programmed to believe from movies, TV, and things of that nature. Yeah,
it's a program.
So
also, anybody that could avoid that much money in taxes,
he
knows something.
He knows something, right? Knows something.
That man
provides security.
Yeah.
That man avoided a lot of money in taxes.
And they said that was like the only way to really get him, so they could kind of get him and get control.
They said something like more than $4 million.
Yeah.
In taxes. So,
that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying.
So I think that not all that's just theory. I think there's some truth to that, but people like that, they get silenced. Because they don't want the masses to wake up.
Yeah.
Because the masses are being controlled. Whether you want to believe it or not, the majority of people are being controlled.
Yeah. And we're gonna speak the truth, where we can. Yeah. We think that it's we've heard some stuff about even him being connected to the Miami condo, the one that just came down, right?
I heard that about that too.
So now, from the news articles I've seen, they're saying there is no proven connection. Yeah. If you know proven connection, send us. We'll report on it. Like, we created this platform to give you the truth, to give you the news, things that mainstream won't cover it. We haven't seen any connections over it personally, but we have heard that. So obviously you can't believe everything you see. So if anyone has facts, send the facts. If anyone has specific proof that we haven't covered of what he was exposing, send it, and we'll revisit the topic. But we're just going to report on what we know, what we research, what we can find. Obviously things will be kind of limited when it comes in that aspect, but it's a lot of truth in what we're saying.
Limited because that's stuff that people don't hear about. And it's coming up somebody that has resources. Well, have resources, he's in jail, but he
resources,
he's the head of that security foundation, so it's like he knows
he's a powerful man making bread, and
he knows certain things.
And he was in the future of technology, like virus protection, like you have access to certain stuff,
Absolutely.
Especially with dealings with the government. So even when they talk about like pedophilia in the government, do you think that is something that you think happens, like with the politicians and
it could be a
maybe like billionaires and stuff like that?
It could be a possibility. A lot of kids do be going missing, man.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a huge possibility. And you always hear about people doing like rituals and clothing and stuff, and then they feel like that gives them some type of
I've heard
power.
about some crazy rituals
Yeah.
from actors that were in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard about some crazy rituals of like blood sacrifices.
Yeah. And government don't come for us because we don't know. We're just saying what we heard.
Yeah.
We have not seen this. You know what I'm saying?
Blood sacrifices of children.
You know?
And things of that nature. So I've heard like crazy things.
This is what we've heard.
Yeah, but you know,
Probably like trustworthy sources.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it's coming from an actor that worked at Hollywood, I'm not saying the actor's name.
Yeah, you know, it's just, you know, it's
if it's coming from an actor that worked at Hollywood, you know.
So I mean, I think it's a, you know, it's a possibility. So what we encourage is just independent thinking. Like you guys do your research. Don't just listen to what mainstream media is saying, but do your own research. You gotta dig, and if you dig hard enough, you'll find some more information. If you find some stuff that you do want us to talk about, send it over our way. Yeah, no, message us, comment us, DM us on different social media platforms. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir.
In more news, what's going on with your boy Bill Cosby?
Yo, why you gotta be my... Yo, you always do this. Yo, he did the same thing with 6ix9ine, bro. He's not my boy.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I'm getting played a lot, man.
He's not my boy.
Yeah.
But Bill Cosby is free.
No, he's free. He's free.
The majority are not happy that he's free.
A lot of people are not happy, but some people are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are, but you know, a lot of people on Twitter aren't.
I mean, I see, and I personally look. I don't know the whole situation, but I was always under this thing that the timing of it is what really threw me off. It was he was making some very powerful business moves,
Of course.
and then all of a sudden this stuff started happening to him
Yeah.
while he was doing these powerful business moves. So that's all I know. You know what I mean? I just thought that the timing of this was weird. If this happened with him, why would it come at a time where he's making these powerful business moves that could change the world, you know?
My thing is with the victims, and I'm gonna be like real like particular with my words here.
Yeah.
Are they really victims?
See, you can do that on camera, right? Where we set this up?
My thing is, if this really had happened to you, like the timing at which they was coming out and making these allegations is just crazy. Like if this really had happened to you, you should have came out during that time period when it happened and spoke your truth, not wait.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say. So I don't want to like put it on victims or potential victims, right? Because sometimes they find their own time to speak. But just this whole, because it's beyond the victims, right? The victims didn't put this thing together. It's a force of things that happened. It wasn't like this one person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whatever force that was gathering these people,
Like a cabal.
Come on.
I'm saying whatever it was,
Come
but
on.
it was an organized thing that made this happen. You know?
It was a bunch of them that came out and said.
Yeah, you know?
It was a force.
Yeah, it was a force.
I mean, I guess that could be a reason why they waited to see if there was any other people that this had happened to. It's just the timing. It's just like
The timing throws me off, especially someone that looks at conspiracy theories and sees that a lot of them are true.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But let's get some reaction. So we have a reaction from Kerry Washington, famous actress, and then we also have a reaction from Felicia Rashad from The Cosby Show.
Yeah.
So you want to start with Kerry Washington?
Okay, so Kerry Washington had tweeted 4 hours ago, and my heart breaks today for all survivors and especially for those souls who survived monstrous abuse from Bill Cosby. To the warriors who were brave enough to come forward, thank you. Please know you are not alone. You did not share your truth for nothing. We stand with you all.
Stand with you all.
Who said that?
Kerry Washington.
I just hate when people comment on stuff and it seems like they're trying to maintain relevance.
Yeah, comment on it to be like go viral with it. Okay, the world has some.
We're going viral tonight.
The world feels like some people are getting involved just for clout.
So you trying to say that she's not relevant?
What's the last thing you see Kerry Washington in?
The last thing I remember was Scandal.
That was a TV show. That been off the air for a minute.
Yeah.
No, she's made some movie appearances after that. She's married and she's married to a football player.
I don't know.
No, she didn't.
Oh, okay.
Right before
Kerry Washington.
Yeah.
So you think she's trying to maintain some relevancy?
Well,
Doing it for clout.
I don't know. I you have to.
So you don't like her timing either.
Because I just look at how people chime in on stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
And I haven't heard anything from her chiming in on any of this stuff that's been going on. Now all of a sudden, Bill Cosby's out, she's chiming in.
Interesting.
I'm very, how you say, particular about when people chime in.
Yeah.
It's different if you're chiming in all the time.
If you're chiming in,
but if you just randomly chime in,
Okay.
It
okay.
To me, it's like you're jumping on some type of bandwagon, or you're trying to create a bandwagon.
Okay.
Interesting perspective.
I like that perspective though.
It's an interesting perspective. I mean, I'm all about timing for everything and all of that. What did Felicia Rashad have to say? Somebody that worked closely with Bill Cosby on the Cosby Show. I'm interested in her reaction. Oh, I have that. Thank you for sending that to me. Okay, got it. I haven't even read it yet. Okay. Shout out to the team. They make sure we got it.
Was there also a tweet too?
Yeah, it was a tweet.
Okay. Oh, I could've found it.
Okay, yeah, so she was like, so Felicia Rashad from The Cosby Show said, I fully support survivors of sexual assault coming forward. My post was in no way intended to be insensitive to their truth. Personally, I know from friends and family that such abuse has lifelong residual effects. My heartfelt wishes for healing. I feel like there was a post before that because she's like responding. Oh, sorry, I read this out of order. All right, so the first post, she said, finally, a terrible wrong is being righted. A miscarriage of justice is corrected. With a picture of Bill Cosby.
Yeah, that, and she put that on Twitter. Yo, she brave.
Yo, so I mean,
no, I think that it's not bravery. I mean, it's like family. When you work with somebody for a long period of time, I'm not saying that people can't hide stuff from you.
Yeah.
But you generally know people's character. You can't be around, I mean, unless you're one of these oblivious people.
Yeah.
You know, that you would not know the character of the person that you've worked with for years.
Yeah.
You know,
but it's brave in the aspect of saying an unpopular opinion on a major platform.
Yes.
Only because of this day and age, because of cancel culture, which needs to be canceled. You know, everybody has an opinion.
My lord,
cancel themselves.
Yo, cancel culture is out of control.
See, the thing is that everybody has an opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a phrase about opinions and
everybody has one.
Polls.
Okay, yeah.
And I agree with that completely.
Yeah.
But like, it's like everybody wants to chime in.
Yeah.
I can understand if something personally affects you, that you might want to chime in and you might want to be active against it. But I don't know, to me as a person, I don't think that people chime in when it's really important enough sometimes. Sometimes it's just nothingness. It's just going against somebody else's opinion. And we're all supposed to have an opinion.
Yo,
I mean,
you gonna test waters, bro, saying this stuff, bro.
I mean, unless you're a drone. You're a drone. And that's how I feel about cancel culture.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of drones following each other around.
Yeah.
And not actually doing the research.
Yeah.
Looking at all the angles.
Yeah.
Making an educated, not an emotional.
Keyword, educated.
An educated and not an emotional reaction to something.
Yeah.
Everybody has emotions.
Yeah.
And something might affect one person or another.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you should. I mean,
that doesn't
there
mean
are things that are oblivious in this world.
Yeah.
That nobody should. But there are people out there who deal with those things. And actually, pedophilia. I don't know. No, couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
Personally, Bill. But there are people like, no. Wrong is wrong, right is right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
If you're gonna cancel something, be right.
Yeah.
Don't just cancel it to be canceling it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like cancel culture.
And then be consistent and cancel the right things. I feel like
And they be coming with no facts.
yeah. So you know what that sound means. So time's running out.
Shout out to our sponsors for hitting the notification bell.
Shout out, that's the notification bell. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. It means it's getting too real out here. But what I will say on cancel culture is one, well, I don't mess with cancel culture, but my issue with it is one, it's not consistent, and they're not addressing the most real pressing issues. Like there's real things, like these things that we call conspiracies that people know are true. Why are those never being addressed?
We talk about pressing issues all the time.
You know what I'm saying?
And those issues is like what I talked about in the other video with the movement. I don't like. There isn't a magnifying glass on the totality of it. You just want to cancel one aspect of it. If you're gonna, that's what I don't like about cancel culture. They don't look, like he talked about, angles. They don't look at every angle. And so if you don't look at every angle, you're coming from a standpoint where it's a lot of opinion, not really backed up by any facts. You know what I'm saying? Because you could come with your opinion, you could come with your rhetoric, but it got to be based off something. You need to have something to back it up.
Yeah.
And if you have nothing to back it up, this is just how you feel, then...
Or my thing is just like, it's like what you decide to do. Like, one, we're in 2021 and I see a lot of cancel culture coming for things in the 90s. Like, that don't even make sense. Like, the 2021 has its own list of things that you can do. It's like when I see you canceling the skunk from Space Jam, you have too much time on your hands. Like, how do you feel like this is the most pressing issue? You know what I'm saying? When I see them trying to cancel, what is like a song with Eminem and Rihanna, how does that make sense? And then, if you're gonna come at Eminem, which I feel like you shouldn't at this point, but if you do, he has way worse songs than that, and this is what y'all choosing to do. So there is no.
Also, the chiming in.
The chiming in for clothes.
Choosing when to chime in. Okay, this is getting the most traction right now, so I'm gonna give my soliloquy on this and how I feel about this, because this is getting the most energy right now, as opposed to when it's not getting the most energy and people not really talking about Bill Cosby. You really see these celebrities chiming in and giving you updates on this.
And like you said, you know, it looks like a relevance thing. And what I will say, and this is not taking a side in the Bill Cosby situation, but I respect Felicia Rashad for even stepping up to say, one, she spoke her mind as an independent thinker. If she knows and supports him, you can't come at somebody for that. And she put out more clarity, because this world, like, always needs some extra clarity about. She definitely supports people speaking up if you've ever been a victim to this stuff, and she may know it personally. And what she's seen in this man character that it didn't happen. Now, here nor there, we're not the judges. We're not a part of it. But stop following just a mainstream thought and get some independent researcher. A lot of these people condemning Bill Cosby don't even know the name of these people or what's even happening.
Too emotional.
They don't even know. They can't even quote you what this person said he did.
They can't even pull up.
They'll just be like, "Oh, I heard a few people said it," but like, if you're gonna condemn someone and enough to speak up on it, at least be able to know what's going on in the situation.
Can you pull up all the videos?
That's what I'm asking.
Pull up all the evidence, like.
But we would like to know in the comment section, how do you feel about Bill Cosby going out?
Cancel culture is filled with emotional people.
You know, they let him out. They said it's an unfair trial. We want to know. Do you feel like it was justice, or do you feel like he deserves to be back in there? Let us know, right? And make sure you continue to subscribe. Follow us on all platforms, YouTube, Facebook. Comment on the videos. Make sure you give out some likes.
PrettyandBougie.com.
Share with a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Promo code. BougieDog21.
Yes.
Third item is free, bro.
Y'all already know.
Got scrubs. Got body. Got body butter. Got lashes. Got hair essentials. Got hair oils. You know what I'm saying? We live, baby.
For real. Yo, make sure y'all support right now because if she sees she getting some traction from the podcast, she might give us some new promo codes that can give y'all some more free stuff. So y'all gotta like.
We're gonna relocate. We're gonna relocate to Budapest. No,
it's going down. It's going down. We gotta get the CEO for an interview coming soon. It's going down. We think it's gonna happen. What do y'all say in the background?
We definitely getting the CEO for the interview.
Yeah, she coming through.
We're not telling you what questions.
She pulling up, and you never know what color hair she gonna have when she pull up. So it's going down. It's going down.
I think it might be blonde.
Yeah, it might be what?
It might be blonde.
It might be blonde. Okay. Yeah. About to place some bets on the color. But shout out to the team. Shout out to everyone that have been supporting. We have more major announcements coming to you guys soon. We're going to be putting some events. So thank you for following. Sure. Any topics you want to hear us discuss, message us. Let us know in the comment section.
Performances. Live performances.
Yeah.
Yo, we need to do some IG live performances.
Facts. We're going to do all of that. All of that. Yeah. Plus the 360 booth. If y'all need a 360 booth at y'all event,
man, 360 booth
got that plug, man.
That video.
Got that plug, man.
That video is fire.
Yeah, CMB is going down. Shout out CMB. It's man.
I seen your video and then I seen like the behind the scenes, like how fast like it.
Rotates. Facts. So when you need a 360 booth at your event, you already know it's going down. So, why hate when you can love first? It's the Love1st podcast. Here. What up, everyone? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notification bell for the latest podcasts, music videos, and comedy skits. We got a lot more content coming your way.
We here all day, baby.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the channel, baby.
We gotta show love first like a podcast.